people? Welcome back to Albert J TV. Match review time straight after the game, or about 10-15 minutes afterwards. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. Boy, it feels strange to do a match review and we see an Arsenal win. It's been a long time, man. Was it 1st of November since we beat United? We haven't been ahead in the Premier League game. I think it's since then. Is it since we won a game, or Fulham first game of the season we scored for? I can't remember, man. It's been so long since a win. But yeah, guys, my subscribers, thank you again once again for being loyal. Anybody new watching the channel for the first time, smash the like button straight away and subscribe to the channel. There should be a watermark where you can see, so hit the subscribe button. Yeah, I sort of kind of thought, let me do the match review straight after. Boxing Day, got my Arsenal Christmas jumper on, as you guys can see. Yeah, you know what? I actually moved back to South East London quite recently from Essex, so maybe I was a good luck charm. Maybe I'm reaching for the stars. Maybe I'm talking nonsense, but whatever it is, 3 points in the bag. Wait a long time for that, but yeah, let's get into it. So we see the team lineup. When I saw it, I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. But yeah, so 4-2, 4-2, 4-2-3-1, which I was surprised to see Mikel Arteta go to a flat back four. In the big games, he's normally gone with a 5 for 3 centre backs, but we heard before the start of the game there was a coronavirus outbreak, so the 3 Brazilians are missing: Luiz, Willian, and Gabriel. So again, partly enforced changes. The positive, I would say, that Martinelli was starting. Obviously, Saka's been a godsend, and Emile Smith-Rowe has finally got his chance in the Premier League, which I think's been overdue personally. One thing I've been critical of, as you guys would have seen with my content, is our front three. And I've always said that any of our combinations don't work, but yeah, let me go back to team lineup. So if I look around looking at notes, apologies. So yeah, I don't know, when I see the team lineups the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, I feel uninspired because I'm expecting to see the same thing. So Bellerin comes back in, Xhaka comes back in. I know I knew that was gonna upset a lot of Arsenal fans. I was looking at the reaction on Twitter, for example, not so positive. Like I said, long time since we've won a game of football. That was I just remembered it. First time I think this season we scored definitely more than 2 goals, isn't it? Wow, it's a long time. I mean, the Premier League anyway, with the exception of Fulham. It's a long time. So yeah, the first 5 minutes, I thought we started quite brightly, to be honest, because one thing a lot of Arsenal fans are getting pissed off with was that we start games so slowly, pedestrian pace, not being on the front foot. So we was for the first 5 minutes or so, but then for me, Chelsea sort of came back into it, and I thought they had very good passages of play for about a 25-minute period. Good combination play of Reece James and Christian Pulisic, who was picking up in the pockets. Personally, sort of going back to the starting lineups, I didn't think Frank Lampard would start Giroud, because he's normally gone with Pulisic on the right, Vern on the left, who's out of form, hasn't scored in 9, I believe, and then Abraham down the middle. I would have been tempted personally to start Giroud. To me, that was a mistake by Frank Lampard. But hey, I'm not a football manager, so there you go. So yeah, looking at the notes, sorry guys. Yeah, like I said, Chelsea had good passage of play, man. A good period. Didn't want to say they created massive chance. I think they had the Mason Mount free kick, which clipped the outside of the post in the first half. I think that was about within the first 15 minutes. So, and then sort of 34-minute mark, we get the goal, penalty. Reece James, who I actually rate as a fullback for Chelsea, to me had a torrid time the whole match. Tierney, Saka, Martinelli constantly peppering their right-hand side. But what was annoying me, and I tweeted it, I think I tweeted it at halftime, right at the time. when Gary Neville in the commentary was going on about Tierney and how he threw his leg back, and I'm thinking, let me not go off the handle. Let me actually watch it myself and then make my decision actually as to whether he threw his leg back. No, he didn't, man. Like, it's a penalty. Like, I couldn't understand the sort of the commentary, like, and even in the studio, Rob Green, I was thinking, what are you guys seeing, man? Like, it's a penalty. Like, when you're in a running motion, I mean, personally speaking, I've never seen anybody run without having a backwards motion with your legs going backwards. Like, I don't understand what the issue was in trying to say that he knew what he was doing. I thought, well, he's got in ahead of him. Reece James had been stupid enough to make contact in the box after knowing he can't get the ball in the position that he's in. How was Kieran Tierney threw his legs back? So yeah, Gary Neville was just chatting nonsense, man. I tweeted that at the time because I wasn't too happy with coming out with that. So I thought it was a clear penalty. It wasn't even debatable. I didn't understand what the issue was. So yeah, good penalty by Laca, fooling Mendy. We go 1-0, and I thought we deserved it, to be honest with you. Sort of going into the rest of the first half, and then out of nowhere, I mean, no one saw this coming. And if Arsenal fans are honest, right, going into this game, seeing what we've seen in terms of performances, coming into the busy Christmas period, no one would have gone for an Arsenal home win. I don't care what anyone tells me. They can sit here and lie and whatever, unless it's the most ultra positive person in the world. Listen, I'm Nigerian heritage. I know about being positive, but what have I been able to shout about over recent weeks or months? I haven't. So, yeah, Xhaka puts in an unbelievable free kick. Brilliant free kick. He's probably the last person in the team in that position that I would have expected to take it. Obviously, Pepe didn't start. Lacazette would normally be on free kick sometimes Aubameyang. William would be on it if he was starting, but yeah, great free kick, man. Wow. I mean, I don't know where that came from. Unbelievable. But sort of summing up the first half, what I've complained about in recent weeks for ages, if you've seen my content and going on other people's channels, is when I look at the front three, whatever the combination is, lazy. They don't move. But you even see with Martinelli, I mean, he's only his second or third game back, but we had movement, we had energy, there was anticipation. It's not static. In the final third, we pressed brilliantly, put in pressure. With Martinelli, it's not a case of him just pressing. He has end product. He's dangerous. He gets balls into the box. He gets on the end of things. That's why I say with Nketiah when he plays, yes, he presses well, but for me, a lot of the time, back end of last season and this season, to me, a lot of games he's anonymous. If people want to take that personally, when that's tough, because I watch a game, I see what I see, and I just see someone who, to me, doesn't do enough in order to cause enough havoc if you're playing as a central striker at Arsenal. But Martinelli, Smith Rowe, energy in the midfield, capital as energy, movement, which I've been crying out to see from our front three or passages of play in the team, and we got that in the first half. And yeah, like I said, we pressed well. Kieran Tierney, again, a threat. Really took it to Reece James, man. Gave him a torrid time. Great balls into the box. Being brave, which I haven't seen with a lot of Arsenal this season and over recent weeks, to be honest. So we're going at half-time, 2-0 up. Lacazette penalty, Granit Xhaka, fantastic free kick. Second half. Before I come into second half, Chelsea are a weird team, you know. There's certain games I see them this season, they look like absolute world beaters. And there's other games you watch them play and you think to yourself, what is up with this team with the players they've got? I mean, they threw one in today in a London derby. I thought they was off the pace. Like I said, I mentioned the first, good passages of play, but yeah, they're an odd team, Chelsea. Very difficult team to work out. But yeah, they started the second half pretty sharply. I mean, they brought on Hudson-Odoi and Jorginho at halftime. Still shocked I didn't see Giroud being brought on. We've got defensive problems, and you would think that he would have took the chance to start Giroud, but he didn't. But yeah, Chelsea started well in the second half. Hudson-Odoi looked dangerous. And then they had a good 10-minute period, and then on the 55th minute. Now I heard Saka after the game say, "Of course he meant it," when Jess Shreves asked him. But if he meant that, then he must have eyes in every part of his head, because that looked like that was a cross to me. But if he says he meant it, he meant it. But yeah, good to see Saka get on the score sheet, because he's had a lot of chances to score goals this season and he hasn't taken it. But yeah, to get that third goal was really a buffer and a comfort. But and then like 10 minutes later, Martinelli has a chance to make it 4-0. And to be honest, you know what? We had chances to go 4-5. We had chances to really, really put Chelsea to the sword. We make a couple of subs. Emma Smith-Rowe comes off. Martinelli comes off different parts of the game. Pepe comes on. Willett comes on. I thought Emma Smith-Rowe, like the Jack Grealish look, man, with the socks down to the ankles. Looks unique, looks different, but he did really, really well for 60 odd minutes. And then Lacazette had a chance from a terrible mistake from Bernard Mendy. I don't know what he was doing. It was only one way he could finish that, by lobbing it over the goalkeeper, but didn't get enough elevation. And then Mendy saves it. And then a minute later from the corner, or probably less than a minute, and then he has a chance, smashes the crossbar. And yeah, I just thought we could have really caned Chelsea in that second half, man. And it sort of kind of played into hands a bit, because obviously they're chasing the game. Come in and second half 2-0 down, then Saka gets a goal 3-0. And then 2 minutes later, Mr. Tammy Abrahams gets a goal back. Smart finish, to be fair, chesting it in, very instinctive reaction to chest the ball into the goal. Good work from Hudson-Odoi, like I said, who was dangerous in that second half, got into promising positions. And then, oh my God. So they get the penalty, Chelsea. When Mari done the tackle on Mount, you just knew it was going to be a penalty, and it was given. But I don't remember Bernd Leno saving. Has he saved any penalties for Arsenal in his career? I don't remember if he has. Apologies, drop in the comments below. Jorginho, when you take penalties in that style and it doesn't come off, it looks bad. But Leno, good save, man. And I thought we deserved that, because even if we'd have gone on to win the game 3-2, I think that would have flattered Chelsea, because I think we should have come out there with 4s or 5s, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, we sort of see the game out. I saw the stats. I think we had 40% possession for the game, which I'm not too bothered about, really. But what I did like what I saw in terms of the stats, I'd say, in terms of the shots and the shots on target. Because one thing I've been critical of Arsenal this season, and what we've seen with some of the stats, is we don't shoot enough. It's not just about creating chances. We get into the final third of certain attacking positions. We don't pull the trigger. We don't shoot. How are you supposed to score? You need to shoot. So yeah, summary: Saka brilliant again, man of the match deserved. Tierney brilliant. Emma Smith-Rowe really, really encouraging. Big shout out to a lot of my fellow small YouTubers out there that have been calling for Emma Smith-Rowe to start. Let's hope he can just get some consistency, give him more minutes, and stay injury free. One thing I've liked, and I've got it in my notes last bit, was what I haven't seen from an Arsenal side in recent months, not weeks, months. Anticipation, movement, energy, quicker transition. Exactly what I wanted to see. So we get the 3 points, man. We roll on to Brighton in 3 days' time, I believe. Brighton away. We haven't won at Brighton since they come back into the Premier League, so it's about 3-4 years, I think. So bit of a bogey ground for us, but it's very important we carry some momentum going into that game and try and pick up 3 points away to the Seagulls. But guys, drop in the comments down below. Tell me who your man of the match was. I'm not going to disagree with Saka. What did you think of the team lineup in the beginning? Yeah, what are your general thoughts about the performance? But yeah, guys, that's me, Albert JTV, over and out. Before I go, smash the like button, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hashtag we move to Brighton. So that is me, Albert JTV, over and out. Hashtag Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1.